Why does it get to 5 at one point?
I guess because the other ones were 5.
Okay, so
You got this.
rewind to 2018. Chelsea and I meet for the second time in real life to make music together. The first time was at a frat party at the University of Connecticut.
And you were just playing there.
It was like the first show I ever did. This kid who I'm like randomly still friends with today flew me out to his fraternity to play like a darty, like a day party. And
He flew you out. Like,
yeah, flew me out. I got flued out to play a show. It was like
at a darty.
it was like the most baller thing that ever happened to
I
me
just
at
love
that
that
point
you
in
just
my life.
explained Darty to us.
Had to.
Bro.
It's not in my vocabulary right now.
Well, she definitely knows what a darty is. She was attending.
I
Yes,
attended.
she was
It was my
at the
first
Darty.
Darty though. It was so sick.
Oh, you guys shared a first.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was my first like big college party because I went to a tiny school.
We both went to really small schools. So
But
showing up at
anyways,
UCONN was like,
That's a big deal.
Chelsea and I were acquainted via SoundCloud. We actually have like the original message somewhere. I feel like I was like, "Hey, I love your stuff," and you were like, "Cool." It was like really awkward and weird, but
totally.
ran into her so randomly at this party, and then must have only been a couple months later. We decided to do a session together at this like random studio in Connecticut, built in like an old carriage house, and we sat down and just immediately wrote this song called Better Off, which I eventually put out, and it did great, and it's one of my favorites ever. And Chelsea and I were like, okay, that was so easy, we should do more music together. So we decided to go back to that studio, and we only spent like 4 days there and ended up writing 3 songs together. And we each wrote like an individual song, popped it together. It was an EP. It became an EP, and then we called it Brent, and then it just grew a life of its own.
Inspired by like a street, right?
Inspired by a street,
Brentwood Road.
Brentwood Road. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
tried
feel
to
like I know. Like, are we sure it was even called that?
Yeah, I definitely
Okay,
remember.
nice.
We were driving home from this studio, and talking about what we were going to name the EP. And we were literally just like saying things that we saw on the street. I hate to reveal that because I feel like it gets rid of some of the magic.
No, it is but it is. We were so young, and like we had no idea what this project was supposed to be. And it's adorable that we were just in the car, like reading street signs.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
It's special because there is something to that young naivete and confidence that comes with just, I don't know, like you don't really know what's right or wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're figuring it out genuinely as you go. And there is some magic to those EPs that, like, I mean, the first one, the Carriage House has something, no?
Well, I think too, it speaks to like when we were making the first Brent, we were doing it purely to have fun. Like we weren't sitting there trying to devise a marketing plan. Like, what should this be called? What is Brent? What is, what does that mean? What's the branding? Like we're just 2 kids, so young and dumb, and we're like, oh, Brent's funny. Like, let's call it that.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a half troll to be like, let's name it Brent.
Yeah, but like, everything that Brent is emerged from such a honest and like innocent.
Honest and innocent.
Like an honest and innocent place,